Hey everyone, I am here for my week 26 update. I am 27 weeks, 0 days today. It is April 17th, it's Wednesday. So I just want to tell you about how my last week went. Not a whole lot has changed. I'm just going to say that. Everything as far as my symptoms are the same. I still get that round ligament pain on just my left side. I've yet to have it on my right side. Still have trouble sleeping, definitely, oh my goodness. It pretty much just takes me 3 or 4 nights in a row of not sleeping well, and then I will sleep really well that last night because I'm just so tired. But I get tired, I just cannot fall asleep. So, and I've tried to take a Benadryl because they make me tired in general and they're safe for pregnancy, and I think it worked the first couple times I did it, but now it's starting to seem like it doesn't even really make me that tired anymore, like I'm immune to it. So sometimes I don't even care, I don't even try. I'll just drink my hot tea, I'll try to relax before bedtime, make sure there's not a lot of bright lights, just my bedside table lamp, and just try to read and just calm down before I go to bed, but even that doesn't seem to help. I feel like I'm good to go, and then I will lay there for an hour or 2 hours. Then I also get really hungry. Since I am still awake and my body is still alert, I process that I'm hungry. I have found myself getting up and going to the kitchen and I ate some of those vanilla wafers. Dude, the box is still right here. Okay. These. I literally ate like half of this box in the middle of the night. It's like 2 a.m. and I'm eating these. And then when I wake up the next morning, I find them in my bed. Like I'm kind of half asleep, I guess, when I'm eating them, or I'll continue to eat them later on when I did finally fall asleep. And there'll be just cookies in my bed. It's just not working out for me. So luckily though, that's really my only symptoms, and increased urination. That's never gonna go away. So that's really it though. The muscle cramp stopped, and I had a really bad headache one day. It was actually yesterday. Horrible headache. And I got to the point where I felt sick. So I just took a bath, a warm bath. Cannot take hot baths when you're pregnant, but you can still take a warm bath, and it actually relaxes me and made me feel better. My headache actually seemed a little bit better after I took a bath. So, but no new symptoms or anything to talk about really. I did go see my doctor on Monday because I had told you in my last video that I had my ultrasound last Tuesday. I don't know. I had my ultrasound, but my doctor wasn't in the office, so I had to go back on Monday so I could see her, and I did my glucose test. And okay, let me know in the comments below if this happened to you, or I don't know, but I drank the glucose test and they tell you to drink it within 5 minutes. And as soon as you start drinking it, your hour starts. And an hour from then is when they're going to draw your blood. But literally, I don't know if it's because I drank a decent sized bottle of something within 5 minutes, or if it's the actual glucose that was in it, but I felt so nauseous. And I started in the waiting room, and I started drinking it. I actually drank the whole thing in the waiting room. Then they called me back to talk to my doctor and everything, and so I just felt sick. They got me a trash can and they put me kind of back but still up. I felt like I was going to throw up if I laid flat down, and I had to talk to my doctor that way, which was kind of not cool because I really didn't feel like I could ask her anything without throwing up. So I didn't get sick, which is good because they probably would have made me drink that thing again. And my test results were fine. I don't have high blood sugar or anything. They called me yesterday, because it was on Monday, so they called me on Tuesday to let me know that everything was okay. They also took my blood, obviously, to check my glucose, and they also will do some other testing of your blood as well, and all that was clear. My urine was okay. I don't have any bacteria in my urine, so everything's just good, and that's fine. So I did want to tell you though that the glucose test made me sick, in case. I don't know if it's also because I didn't eat a lot. I think I only ate like a piece of toast. I don't remember eating anything else. I tried to remember what I had eaten that morning, but I had just gotten up. I had an early morning appointment, and I think all I had was the piece of toast, and maybe if I had eaten more of a breakfast, but I was afraid to eat anything with too much sugar or that would spike my blood sugar, which I should have just went ahead and had a little bit more anyway. Maybe that's played a role in it, but it did make me sick. So let's see. I have my little list. That's about it. She did tell me about my EIF. I asked her, what I should expect from here on out, and she told me that the EIF is probably not going to go away. And I wanted her to explain more what the EIF means. And she said that it just means that it's a calcification in that area on the heart. It's just, they can see more calcification, and it doesn't necessarily mean anything is wrong. There's usually other things involved if it means anything, but she did tell me that I could go see a neonatal cardiologist who would do another ultrasound and look more specifically for any heart problems, but I discussed it with my husband. We decided not to do that because there are no other symptoms that I'm having or signs that anything's wrong with the baby. Everything else looks fine, and this is just our personal opinion, and this doesn't mean that it's right, it doesn't mean that it's wrong, it doesn't mean anything. It's just our opinion, and you have the right, if this happens to you and your baby, to do whatever you want. But how we felt is that if something is wrong with his heart or anything, then it's going to be wrong. Even when we have the baby, it's just going to be there. And so whether or not we were to find out now or when the baby's born, we still are going to love our baby and deal with it the same. So we just didn't feel the need to worry ourselves and to maybe find out something that might not actually be there. We'll just find out. When baby's born, if something's wrong, something's wrong. If nothing's wrong, perfect. It's just, that's our personal views. Like I said, if you were to find out your baby has an EIF and you went to see a cardiologist, that's great. That is just something you have to decide as a soon-to-be mother, and decide that with your spouse or significant other, father of the baby, whatever. It's just, everyone is different. So we chose not to, though. We are still going to get another ultrasound at my doctor's office in 2 weeks. Well, it would be 3 weeks from the last ultrasound, but 2 weeks from this week. Instead of 4, I don't know why she wants to do one, but whatever. So April 29th is the date. I know that because that was my husband and I's anniversary when we were dating. So of course I remembered that for like the 5 years we were dating, we always would celebrate on April 29th. So I know that that's my next ultrasound. So other than that though, not a whole lot has changed. Baby had the hiccups. He had the hiccups during the ultrasound, but I couldn't feel them. She showed me on the ultrasound. But the other day, I think yesterday, or it may have been Monday in the evening, I could feel them. I had my hands on my stomach and I could feel just this like constant thumping or bumping, or it just wasn't what he normally does, like kicks. So I know he had the hiccups, so that was kind of cool to feel that. Everyone said I would and that it's common, but I hadn't felt it up until this past week. I felt it that one time. And my weight it's technically 134 still, which is the same as last week on my scale, but when I went to the doctor, they said 135. So I don't know. I'm just mainly going by my scale because that's what I've been using the entire pregnancy. So it hasn't changed as far as my scale goes, but whatever, about 134, 135. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my stomach. Okay, this is my stomach at 27 weeks. So not a whole lot has changed. I will show you underneath of my shirt. Pretty much the same. Definitely still more out than I am to the sides. You know, I definitely see my hips changing a little bit right here, but still as far as belly, it definitely goes straight out. No stretch marks yet, still kind of blotchy. Just that circulation is causing me to look kind of blotchy all the time. But I still apply, I have it right here. I use this entire tummy butter and I liked this. I'm gonna buy another one, but currently it's completely empty. But I like this because it's really oily and I feel like it's really keeping my skin hydrated and it doesn't make my skin itchy. It really helps with the itchiness. And then I also have been using the massage cream, which I like this. It's not as oily as the tummy butter. So this is nice. I will carry this in my purse, and if I'm gonna be gone all day long, in the middle of the day, I will put this on as well. And it's nice and convenient, and it's really thick. It's a really nice, you don't need much of this. I will put this on just my stomach during the day, and at night, I will rub it also on my hips, like around to my back, and my thighs as well, to really kind of prevent stretch marks in those areas as well. But so far, no stretch marks, just the red blotchiness from the circulation. So that's my tummy at 27 weeks.